Okay, YouTube Nation, I'm back with another accuracy report, this time on the Smith & Wesson M&P PRO 9mm. I won't bore you with the details, but I never have been a fan of Smith & Wesson. I've had one of their guns that I had tremendous problems with, a Smith & Wesson 4122. Paid $900 for that gun back then. Even back then, it was an expensive gun. And I actually had to send it to a gunsmith, spent over $200 to get the gun to function properly. This guy actually makes a living. I think his name is Clark. He actually makes a living straightening out Smith & Wesson 4122 caliber pistols. I'm not going to dwell on that, but I have never given them a dime of my money up until I bought the Shield, which I did the accuracy report on. I think that's a neat little gun. That's a keeper for me. I like the gun. So I go out and, like a yo-ho, I buy an M&P PRO 9mm. Thinking, well, let's see if that Shield's a neat little gun. Let's see what this M&P PRO does. The reason why I did this, I have no interest in this gun, really, to speak of, to keep long term. But I've been reading so many bad reports on this gun, mostly on Google, where guys are saying, I was on this forum and there was a whole bunch of guys saying that the gun's not capable of anything at 25 yards. There was one guy after another saying, I'm getting 9-inch groups. I can't even hit the target at 25 yards. So after I shot the Shield, I'm thinking, well, how bad can that gun be? So my local dealer got an M&P PRO in, well, so here I am. I almost didn't do the accuracy report on this, and I hope the video shows this up. I took this gun apart to clean, the initial cleaning on it, because I always take all the junk that they put on these brand new guns. The barrel is so screwed up in this gun. I took a video of it. I hope it shows up when I add it to my final video. The barrel has got machine marks so bad in it that I actually called my buddy who I buy all my guns from, and I said, could this guy possibly have sold you a used gun? And after, and the more I look at the barrel, the outside of the barrel has no marks on it whatsoever from the slide coming back. So I think it's a new gun. I just think it's another piss poor job from Smith & Wesson putting out a barrel that actually looks like it's got 5,000 rounds through it. Will it shoot? That's what we're going to find out. I made a deal with the local dealer that he said, go ahead, go shoot it. If you don't like the gun, if it's not accurate or it's not up to your standards, I'll just send the gun back to Smith & Wesson and give your money back. So that's good for you guys, because I had a request to do an M&P PRO accuracy report. So I'm going to take it to the range. Not impressed, Smith & Wesson, with your barrels. I mean, after looking at Glock barrels that shine like a baby's behind, even after they have 3,000 rounds through them, this gun's basically unfired, and the barrel looks like crap. I'm taking it to the range. I'll be back. Okay, we got the Smith & Wesson M&P PRO 9mm at 7 yards. Let's see if we can hit that paster at 7 yards. Look where in the hell this gun's shooting from the factory. This is supposed to be their Competition Pro series. Now, I can drift the sights to get this thing centered at 7 yards, but what the hell do I do with this front sight? Again, just like the Kimber Solo, this gun's going to be shooting extremely low at 25 yards. Give me a frigging break, Smith & Wesson. M&P Pro 9mm at 25 yards. Okay, that's a 3-inch group down there. You know, for a lot of guys, they'd be happy with this, but this doesn't cut it. I think I mentioned in all my videos, the gun needs to shoot 1.5 inches for me to keep it. This gun is going back to Smith & Wesson. I'm actually glad the barrel was screwed up. I got a reason to get rid of it. Okay, I'm going to try some offhand performance just to see how the trigger performs in some speed-up shooting here. Okay guys, as you can see, I'm back from the range, and I didn't even bring the M&P Pro back to my house. I went right from the range back to the dealer, and he gave me all my money back, and he's going to be sending the M&P Pro back to Smith & Wesson just based on how ugly that barrel looked. Did it affect the accuracy when I was trying to do the accuracy report? I don't know, and I'm not going to find out because I'm sure as hell not buying another one. The thing that turned me off the most about the gun was the sight picture. This is supposed to be their Competition Pro series. They give you a nice fiber optic sight, of which the gun's shooting low and right at 7 yards. So I knew I was in trouble at 25 yards. When I first put up a target, I put up a 25-yard target at 25. I didn't even hit the target. I had to put up that white backing paper just to see where the hell the gun was hitting. And as you can see, if it's shooting low and right at 7, it's going to be extremely low and right at 25. So based on that, I was turned off by the gun immediately, decided it's going back. Forget about the barrel. I mean, the barrel, I would have sent it back anyway. But the gun is not in the same league as the Glock 34, the Glock 17, and look at my accuracy report. This little 26, I will outshine that gun, I think, unless that barrel had something to do with it. I'm going to never know unless somebody can provide me a video of 1.5 inch group with their M&P Pro 9mm. The other reason is that I had these forum guys just bad-mouthing the hell out of this M&P Pro, and they were saying they couldn't even hit a target at 25 yards. Well, I can understand that. I mean, if their sights were set up like mine from the factory, I couldn't hit the 25-yard target too until I put up a big enough target or a big enough backing to figure out where in the hell the gun was hitting. Now, I could have you know, you can tap the rear front sights and adjust for that windage. But what do? Go out and spend more money for a front sight? The other thing I told you guys, I absolutely want all my handguns to shoot from 0 to 25 yards dead on, and all 5 of these handguns you're looking at are capable of doing that. With the PPQ, it took some money to spend. P99, thank God, had some extra sights in a box and windage rear adjustable, so I was able to get that to shoot. But I really don't think, even with a good barrel, that M&P Pro is in the league with the guns you are looking at. Now, you can say, you know, that's one man's opinion, but I try and back up what I say with videos that show guns performing the way I hope they would perform. So the guns, back to Smith & Wesson, is there anything I liked about it? Yeah, I liked the trigger. I thought the trigger out of the box was pretty damn nice. I had no problem with that trigger. If I would have kept that gun, I already had made arrangements to send it to John at Shooter Supply in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I was going to put an Apex trigger on that to get it down to 2.5, 3 pounds. Maybe I would have had a different story for you, or a better video at 25. Maybe the gun was capable of 1.5 inches. I'm going to never know, because I'm never buying another Smith & Wesson. So that's the end of that story. But front sight, I'm going to give everybody a warning on this. Even though I think that front sight's nice in the shade, when I shoot early morning like I do, because I try and get to the range before everybody gets there, so I'm there at 7 o'clock in the morning this time of year. That sun is low in the skyline, and I have older eyes. I'm going to warn anybody with older eyes that green tends to wash out on me in sunlight. In shade, I love it. It's just as good as red. But I've tried green Dawson precision sights, and I've got rid of them because in sunlight they wash out on me, and I do have older eyes. So maybe on a young pair of eyes it wouldn't do that. Well, again, I hope this video satisfies you M&P Pro guys, and I hope somebody with a good barrel is capable of an 1.5 inch group at 25. Make me a video, show it to me, and I might buy another one with a good barrel, because I really like the gun. I like the trigger. I love the way the gun looks. It's got good lines to it, but I'm not spending any more money on it to make it shoot the way I want. So I'm out for now. Look for some more videos from me. I'm going to take these guns and try and do more tricks with them. Thanks for your kind attendance, and we'll see you at a later date.